How's the knee?
Knee's really good. I'm feeling really good. It's just good to be back up with the team and start playing football again. It's something that we've been doing since we were kids, and I'm just excited to be back out with the guys. 100%.
Looking at it last year, you obviously got thrown into a situation pretty quick. How do you think, looking back on it, you were able to handle that outside of the health concerns?
I was surrounded by a lot of great guys, a lot of great coaches at this building, a lot of great people at this building, and I got a lot of support from a lot of people outside of this building, fan-wise, and it just gave me confidence. I had to go out there and do my job, and Coach trusted me to do that, and I went out there and just had to execute, and that's what it comes down to first and foremost. So that's what I looked at.
How about with Coach Bobo and his style of coaching and what he's trying to teach you?
Yeah, super excited about Coach Bobo and what he's offering here already. A lot of guys are picking it up. A lot of guys are confident. A lot of guys are excited about going to practice. And what he's teaching, we can already tell. He's a guy that's going to put us out there and be successful because we want to be a championship offense, and that's what it's going to come down to.
What's been the biggest difference that he's instilled?
He's definitely more vocal. I think that gets guys going a little bit more. Might light a fire, underneath you. You don't want to get called out, and I think that's what is in a lot of guys' minds right now. And just trying to be able to execute and not be that guy that lets their teammates down. And I think that's a big difference when it comes to his style of teaching.
Ryan, did you feel ready to start when you had to start last year?
Absolutely. I knew, being the backup, I had to be able to go in and be able to execute, when it was my time to shine. And Coach gave me that opportunity. I love Jake, and I can't wait to see what he does at Utah. But opportunities came, and I came in there, and I had to be able to execute. But I did feel ready.
How would you evaluate your 11 starts?
I got to play better. Yeah. Absolutely, I have to play better. I had a couple of moments that I felt that were good, and a couple opportunities that I said, hey, I'll go out there and throw some touchdowns. But otherwise than that, I got to play better, and that comes down to me, and I put that on myself.
Was confidence an issue last year, by the end of last year, just because things weren't going the way you wanted?
Confidence wasn't really an issue. I just got to focus more. I've got to be able to be that practice player 110% every day, be the same guy. Consistency is a lot of stuff that we're talking about here at the facility. I just got to be more consistent in my play and just go in and day out and being that guy for this team.
How has Colin Hill affected you in that regard in terms of being a film studier and his approach to the game?
Yeah, Coach Bobo and Colin Hill have been a great addition to this football team and facility all around, because they're great people on the field, great people in the facility, in the film room. They're always just, hey, what can I do for you? How can I help you? Hey, I have a question about some type of run play, who we're declaring, stuff like that. Colin's the first guy that step up and be like, hey, I'll help you with that. So he's been really helpful in that regard.
Was there a low point last year, a game or a moment in the game where you kind of started to doubt?
Yeah, I've been through a lot of low points in my life, and I had a couple of stuff come into my mind, but then I told myself, that's just life. We have low points, and we've just got to bounce back from those things, and you got to go to the next day, because the next practice is going to come, and if you're still in that low point, you're going to have another bad practice, and it's going to lead to another bad practice, it's going to lead to another bad game. So I didn't really let those affect me last year. Didn't try and let those affect my teammates last year, because I know that it would just keep going into the next game, and we didn't need any of that.
What games were those?
It really was just middle of the season. It was just a couple moments that it would just come and then it would go away. I wouldn't let it affect me that much. It would come in the morning, for 5 minutes, maybe sneak up on me, and then I'd punch right in the face and let it go back the way that it came. So it wasn't really a big time moment or anything like
that. What's the hardest hit you took last year?
There was definitely a lot. I remember that Bama hit, that first one that I got a first lick. And then I remember that even in the Charleston Southern game where I pulled that first touchdown, I got a little lick there. But after that, it's just part of the job. You got to get hit, and it makes it even better when you throw a ball and you get a completion. Then you don't really feel those hits anymore.
Break down your body from last season. What were you playing with besides the knee? What was your physical issues?
Everybody had physical issues. I had bruises, of course, everywhere, but that's just part of the game. I actually kind of liked it, because I knew that I'm getting hit, I'm going back in there just like everybody else on this team. Everybody else is getting beat up, everybody else is going out there battered and bruised, and I know coaches wouldn't put me out there if I wasn't 100%, and I trusted in them and Dr. Clint and Dr. Guy and all of that stuff. So I was excited to go out there and just compete and just be one of the guys for our team.
Right.